Hey there, I've got a question for you. What do you get whenever you combine cute, monkey-eared little girls in a special needs class with dangerous extraterrestrial life forms? Alien 9 is an interesting anime. Ultimately, it's the story of a group of girls who hunt aliens during school as an elected position and the troubles they face in so doing. Now, that is not a lot to unpack for a show as confusing as Alien 9. And if that was all that Alien 9 had going on, I probably wouldn't recommend it to anybody. But what Alien 9 does have is subtle imagery. Alien 9 is not as simple as its premise. It's obviously trying to say something, even if at times I don't really understand what it's saying. I think what makes Alien 9 so interesting is that it creates a world that immediately you start to think about. Like, these characters in the show, they are children. Let's not forget. But they are tasked with hunting down aliens? Now, this is anime, so maybe that doesn't seem weird to you. And I get that, you know. I've seen so many shonen shows that are just kids fighting demons. Of course that's not weird, a little girl hunting aliens. Except the show doesn't address it in a way that it is normal. Our main character is terrified of aliens. The way aliens are depicted in the show, they are terrifying creatures. Some of them don't even have faces. They're violent, aggressive, they're animals. But they are treated as any other show. Think of this like, think about how Madoka treats magical girls and what they fight, right? It's kind of similar to that. The tone that the world creates is one of dissonance. You have these very cute anime girls who are moe as all sin, who have to fight aliens that are, they're very Geiger-esque, some of these creatures. Like, there's a disconnect, and it makes you uncomfortable to actually think about. Which is why I think if you go into the show, you should really go into it thinking. If you just turn your brain off, it's not as fun of a show, honestly. This is very much a thinking man's anime.
大谷さん、どこへ行ってたの？防具が逃げ出したんですよ。さあ、捕まえてらっしゃい。はい。それでは頑張りなさい、大谷さん。すごい。
Let's go back to what I was previously stating with the dissonance between the moe characters and the aliens that they try to capture. What kind of world do these characters live in where violent aliens are treated as normal everyday things? Like, there are no adults that fight the aliens in this show. I want to know more about this world. A world in which aliens are so normal that it's expected for kids to hunt them themselves to protect other kids. And the adults in the show treat this as normal. It's very weird, but amazing and interesting. I love it. And then there are other themes in the show as well. I think the two biggest ones are definitely puberty, because it deals a lot with the characters growing up, feeling like they're being either leaving behind other people or being left behind themselves, which is a very common puberty trope. But also There is a undertone of sexual violence that I didn't expect, and dealing with that violence and what it can do to you, as well as what it can do to others, and it's very uncomfortable.
ダメよ大谷さん、怖がってはダメ。逃げちゃダメなの。勇気を出して無駄な恐怖を克服するの。そうすればあなたも。
All in all, I think Alien 9 is a really easy show to watch. It's only 4 episodes long. This show is very fun, despite how uncomfortable it made me. But I like to be made uncomfortable. I like to feel emotions in the things I watch. That's why I don't like most modern anime. Anyway, guys, I am English Mike. Please listen to my podcast. That's We Hate Anime. If you're on my YouTube channel, you can just see it. If you're not on my YouTube channel, how the fuck are you listening to this? Thanks so much for listening to me ramble. This is an unscripted video. I said I was going to try to do more of those. My podcast has really helped me feel more comfortable with my speaking voice, so I think I can do that in the future, and I'm going to try and make videos again. I hope to see you in the next one of these. Hopefully it'll be a little bit more planned out, because I decided to make this video similarly to how I made the Devilman video way back when, in that I started recording as soon as I finished it. But luckily, I'm more coherent in this one than I was in that one, because I didn't finish it at 3 in the morning. I finished it at 2 in the afternoon, right before work.